And a big hello to you guys. That's right, this was the original soundtrack from StarCraft 2 that you can hear going on in the background. That is it right there. If you're wondering why I'm not on the main screen, it's because for some reason BattleNet is probably still getting DDoSed, and you can see, you can hear all those dings in the background there. That's all of my friends list saying that they're logging in. There's 41 of them there that are online. And I just had to restart, actually. I had to restart StarCraft 2 while we were listening to that music. And I lost my custom games list, so I'm not going to go back to the main menu. I'm going to stay in here for fear that I'm going to have to restart again. So I imagine that BattleNet is under all sorts of pressure at the moment because of the release of Warlords of Draenor, of course, and the fact that they are under a denial of service attack as well. So poor Blizzard, if you ask me, they've got it really stacked against them, and the fact that they're actually able to carry on with this game is absolutely amazing. So good on you, Blizzard. So anyway, welcome along, folks. Good to see you all. Yeah, how good are the strings, Ashley? I absolutely love them. And in fact, I think, where am I? If I go to my Mumbles, is Mumbles working? Let's have a look. Here we go. I think that Harvest is still with us. Harvest, are you still awake?
Worse if I didn't mute myself, yes.
So I think you answered your own question. You're barely awake, right?
I'm awake, just not all there.
Just not all there. So the what did you have? The Oreos. The Oreo cookies didn't help. They didn't give you enough sugar to the brain, maybe?
Neither did the hot cocoa.
Oh, the hot cocoa. Oh, yum. You know, I've got a cup of tea here, and I've got a little bag of, well, you guys call them candy in the US, but yeah, I don't know if you can hear that, but I've got this chewy candy stuff, which is like a bit of sugar in case I pass out. So I've come prepared this time. Doc, son, Doc, I think is with us in the Mumble chat as well. Are you there, Doc?
Yes, I am.
Hey, good
just
to
barely.
See you. Barely. What time is it for you, mate?
Oh, it's 12:30 now. I needed to change a couple of the settings in Mumble in order to be able to use it.
Well, so you're not the only one then, Harvest. Looks like all of us are half asleep. Look, I think that, I think Blizzard, I just see, by the way, people in the chat they're talking about, Steph said she just got temporarily kicked from Shu Halo in WoW after a 30-minute queue. Yeah, I know that's poop. Yeah, we do use Mumble as well, Anime Dragon. You've got to be a part of Distant World, and you can come and join us here live on the Mumble server, no problem at all. Arietti is saying more Murloc eating from Sambo. Hello, Arietti. No, Murlocs are going to be perfectly safe today. They will be perfectly safe. Anime Dragon said he was going to go, or she was going to go play WoW, but a 70-minute log in queue, yeah, screw that. Look, I can see a lot of people in my friends list are playing. Let's have a look at that again. A lot of people are playing, including, by the way, Tallahassee. He just got kicked out before as well. And you've got Sunsilla, that of course is Steph there. We've got Shiv playing. Shiv's doing her live stream. Good luck, by the way, Shiv, if you're... Oh, she won't be able to hear me because she's doing her own live stream. But I know a couple of you guys are watching it at the same time you're watching me. So go wish Shiv good luck with her. She's doing the charity event, of course, which is amazing. I think she's... Arietti might be able to tell us actually where she's up to, because I think Ari was in the live stream over there. So let us know how she's going with the donations, because I think she was close to her goal, Arietti. I'm pretty sure. So best of luck to you, Shiv, by the way. Hello there, cousin Charlie. Let me say hi. Hi, cousin. Hello, good to see you. And hello also to Bro Gaming, who was with us earlier. Hello to you again. And Doc, you're saying you were kicked about 6 times from WoW yesterday, so not having a good time of it, huh?
Oh no, I got to play enough. I got 2 garrisons up, so...
Oh, congratulations.
No, 2 different characters.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, gosh, 2 garrisons, that's going pretty good. Hello there, Garfuck77. I hope I've said your name wrong, otherwise I'm being very rude. Hello. Yes, it is a nice top donation, isn't it? I'm very, very happy to Yorick. A huge thanks, of course, who gave us $50, which is very nice. But of course, we do appreciate all of the money we've received from all of our donators, including Ashley, who's here with us. Careful Moose. We've got Yorick there, of course. Even you, Harvest Moon Craze. What were you thinking throwing $20 our way? Clearly, you earn way too much money. I think she's going to
I was thinking, shut up and take me my money.
Well, look, I know that money's doesn't grow on trees for absolutely anybody, and I know you were saying before that you're struggling to afford something. I can't remember what it was now. I think it was the latest WoW or something like that. So the fact that you actually put our community before your own pleasure is, well, to be honest, it's exactly what I expect from somebody like you, because that's just the sort of person you are. So thank you very, very much. We really, really appreciate that, obviously. Especially when you sacrifice your own happiness and pleasure, gaming-wise anyway, for the betterment of the community. And of course, that's what Shiv's doing over on her live stream as well. She's got a 24-hour live stream going, and I do believe that she's near her goal. But Ariette, there we go. Shiv's at $215 worth of donations now, with $500 as the goal. That is unbelievable. She's nearly 50% of the way through, only a few hours into her stream, so that is absolutely awesome. So please wish her all the very best for me, Ariette. Gar, I'm going to call you Gar, is saying it's fine. In-game people say my name that way all the time. I'm very sorry. Very sorry if I said it wrong. Anime is saying I'm mature, I swear. And Harvest Moon is saying I'm not. You're right. You're saying you never swear, Harvest. Is that what you're really saying?
No, I'm just not mature.
Oh, you're not mature? Neither am I. That's okay. I'm definitely not mature. And I'm as immature as possible. What are we going to be doing this particular stream? Says Bro Graming. Bro Graming. There you go. That's your new name. Bro Graming. I can't talk, apparently. I'm going to turn down the background music in the background there, even though it is absolutely awesome. We're going to go to the game sound now. And the reason I'm on the screen is because we're going to be carrying on our little tutorials that we've been doing. We've done a couple of them now, because I'm trying to get you guys into StarCraft 2. And I see that Doc, you're actually logged into StarCraft 2 at the moment. Does that mean you're going to be able to play along with us and potentially help us out? Are you awake enough for that?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, good stuff. I'm glad you're excited about this, because I don't know if you guys watched the StarCraft 2 World Championship Series Grand Finals at BlizzCon, but they were insane and amazing, real edge of your seat stuff. It was really, really cool. So it made me even get more into StarCraft. Of course, the other cool thing is there's new maps. These won't mean much to you if you don't play StarCraft 2, but a lot of these maps are new on this season's roster. The map rotations are new. So a lot of people are playing these new maps and they haven't played them for a while. So of course all new strategies are being busted out left, right and centre. The other cool news, of course, now I would go back to the main menu, but I don't trust Blizzard at the moment because the network's under so much pressure. And in fact, we may not even get into a game. Who knows? We'll soon find out. But the other cool thing is, of course, is we've got Legacy of the Void, which is coming very, very soon, and super pumped about that. And in fact, allow me to give you a bit of a website to go to. Here we go. I'm going to post this in. Hello there, Melody. Good to see you. Hello, Melody. There we are. I've just popped a link in the chat, and that there is all the information you need to know about Legacy of the Void. And of course, it's the third part of a trilogy. We've had Wings of Liberty, which is Terran. We've had Heart of the Swarm, which is Zerg. And then we're going to have the Legacy of the Void, which of course is the Protoss side of the trilogy story, which is cool. Yes, you speak English. Great, Anime Dragon. You've been speaking England since you was a children. I can tell. So there we go. Kyle Ice, hi to you. Good to see you guys. Gosh, it's nice of you all to pop along on this late night for you, I'd imagine. It's afternoon here in Australia. Kyle Ice is saying, hi, Sambo. Been enjoying Assassin's Creed Unity. Oh, well, that's interesting. And Halo Chief Master Collection. Well, of course. Hello, Master Chief Collection. I bought that day one, and I can't wait to get ripping into that. I've been watching the Halo channel, Kyle Ice. I wonder if you've been watching that. If you haven't, I highly recommend it. It's amazing if you're a Halo fan. And Assassin's Creed, though, I just keep seeing heaps of bugs. And in fact, if you guys want to have a look on my engine profile, you see I posted a video there. It's only about a minute and a half long. It's hilarious. It's a bug out of Assassin's Creed, and it's just the funniest thing ever. I won't say anything about it, but you can go watch it. And a lot of sites that I watch have been giving Assassin's Creed Unity a very hard time. So Doc, have you heard of a website called Polygon? I'm sure you have.
I may have.
Polygon.com. For me, it's one of the more reputable gaming review sites and opinion. They unfortunately gave Assassin's Creed Unity a 6.5. and it's riddled with all sorts of errors, and not only just because of the bugs and stuff, but because they really do think it's a lackluster title. So Kylais, I actually am glad to hear that you're having a good time with it. I really enjoyed Black Flag. I know a lot of people didn't like that. I'm not a fan of Assassin's Creed 1 or 3, but I really like Black Flag. So yeah, I'm keen to see how Unity it turns out, because I really like the whole next gen idea. But anyway, Cousin Charlie is saying I'm updating my WoW. It's taking forever to download. It will at the moment, Cousin Charlie, because Blizzard are under a lot of stress at the moment. In fact, in a few hours time they're going to go under maintenance for WoW. So if you are playing WoW, you've only got a few hours left, and then they've got a 6-hour maintenance window. So there we go. Does the Sambo in World of Warcraft documentary is that actually you, Melody Ayres? Yes, that is me. So busted, you found me. So yeah, sorry that you had to look at me. I am very, very sorry. I hope your screen didn't crack. There we go. Ashley is saying, yeah, can't wait to finish the StarCraft saga. I know, how cool is it? Such great characters in this game. There we go. Gar is saying, only 14 viewers. I really want to force people to watch this stream. Gar, that's okay. Most people watch it afterwards when it's up on YouTube, so I don't mind at all. And of course, it's not about big views. It's just about having lots of fun while we're here. That's okay. We're going to stream every day, so it doesn't matter. That's okay. CCD takes forever to get into the game at this time. Oh, Doc, what do you mean? It takes forever to get into the game. Oh, yeah, Cousin Charlie. Yeah, everyone, I think, is having that issue, aren't they, Doc? It's not just him.
Yeah, because I was trying to get into it, and that number kept going between, I don't know, 315 minutes and 200 minutes. So. Ouch. That's awful.
And yes, Deldin, hello to you there. We are indeed just starting. Yes, so no problems. Yeah, so look, lots of queues. And of course, it's to be expected. It's the second day after release, guys. So, cut them some slack. And don't forget that a lot of the problems aren't Blizzard's fault. I know it sounds like I'm fanboy defending, but the truth of the matter is they got DDoSed. And they're still being DDoSed. And that's why it's all slow here in StarCraft 2 as well. It took about an hour for it to come through and show all of my friends list coming on. Now, by the way, a bit of trivia here. Don't know if you guys recognize my portrait or not. In fact, you can see how slow things are. Look at my profile summary. It's just sitting there. It took ages to come in there. There we go. So my little, what do you call it? My profile picture, I guess. That there is a reward. And there's a whole bunch of rewards just come out. And of course, that's one of the things you get in StarCraft 2. You work hard to get these rewards, or you buy other products. There's been 2 new have just come out. These 2 here, the Dranic Devotion 1 and 2, and of course that's by registering a copy of the World of Warcraft Warlords of Draenor Collector's Edition or the Digital Deluxe Edition. And I was lucky enough to get the hard copy Collector's Edition with the art book and stuff, so I got 2 new portraits there, which is really, really cool. This one here, 1, 2, and 3, and you can see them changing from blue to green to red. This is the Gosu Trophy, and you get that from purchasing a sub to the World Champion Series channel on Twitch. So if you're wondering where I got that from, that's how. So I did have to pay $4.99, a one-off sub fee, so I could get those, and I really wanted to do that. So there we go. Assassin's Creed has had glitches, says Bro Gaming. I will get your name right eventually. And problems since 3. 2 was probably the best. Yeah, I think 2 is one of my favorites, and Black Flag I didn't mind at all. So there we go. Yep, saw the first episode of Nightfall, says Kylais. Good stuff. It's a great little mini-series there. The Brute didn't look that good, I didn't think, but anyway, still, it's good. Ridley Scott and all the rest of it. Nightfall is the live Halo TV series, I guess, and got Assassin's Creed Unity for PS4. Nice one there, Kylais. I hope you enjoy those lots. Melody's saying, actually, you're a good-looking bloke. You want me to send you money again, don't you? It's really nice that they put popular YouTubers' comments in the documentary, and it really is. It's nice. It was an honor to be chosen to be included in that. It really does. What does DDoS mean? DDoS means distributed denial of service, and what it is that people send a whole bunch of junk over the internet to a server to clog it up and slow everything down. And what it does is it brings down websites and it brings down gaming services, and it's completely malicious. It's not harmful, you're not going to get any viruses from it, but it's designed to clog up the network and just annoy, aggravate, and effectively just piss everybody off, basically, and deny people access to a service that they are able to normally get at. It's just a bunch of jerks doing it, pretty much. So there you go. You know what, RTS, I haven't played forever. That's amazing, says Anime Dragon. Command and Conquer 3, Kane's Wrath. I agree with you 100%, Anime. It's a fantastic RTS. I love it, and I love Red Alert 2 as well. So there we go. But Anime Dragon, you don't have to buy Warlords of Draenor if you want to level your priest, but it's fantastic, seriously. And do I like Terran? Yes, I do, Gar. I really do. Battle Cruiser operational, says Ashley. That's right. That is absolutely right. The Hydralisk. At least he wasn't wearing his mankini. That's right, Doc. Although, I don't know. Harvest keeps talking about my mankini, so I think she secretly wants me to wear my mankini the very first time I come out here with a webcam. That's what I'm thinking. What do you reckon,
You're
Doc?
going to ruin the surprise.
Well, surprise is an understatement, Harvest, because I think shock and awe would probably be a better way of putting it, perhaps. I think we're going to get a whole lot of people unsubbing, especially if I wear my mankini backwards. That's pretty horrible. So there we go. All right, Zerg is your favourite bro gaming? Good to hear. Ashley's going, uh-oh, mankini. Don't worry, it's not going to happen. We're only kidding. All right, so what I want to do is I want to use one of these little two-player maps, and Doc, I'm wondering if you would help me out here, because what I want to do is I want to crank up a game, and I would like just you and I to play on it, but I don't want us to necessarily attack each other, because what I want to do is just go to the next step in our little tutorials here, which would be really handy to have an opponent, and especially if you're going to follow along and do what we're doing. And we can sort of meet in the middle, and I can explain some more micro around unit control. And of course, it's going to be really handy to do that if you're there deliberately not attacking me and vice versa, rather than going up against the AI, which of course will attack me at any chance, or rather than starting a map with nobody in it. Did that make absolutely any sense? And if so, are you keen to help out?
Yes and yes.
Fantastic. Thank you, Doc. Really, really appreciate it. Ariete is saying, Mankini, I'd like to not have nightmares tonight. K, thanks. Lol. Yeah. Pretty much anyone who's seen me in my Mankini has had to go have therapy. And it's a long scar that lasts for a very long time. So yeah. Anyway, so what I thought I'd do, look, there's a whole bunch of really cool new maps that have come out, but just to keep in line with our tutorial, Doc, I'm going to go to Agria Valley, and I'm going to create us a game. And very, very shortly, I'm going to invite you to a party. Or I think if we're in a party, I can still play against you. I'm not too sure. We'll soon find out. But I imagine that its loading is going to be a little... Oh, no, it's not too bad. There we go. Add player. And we can choose Doc. We'll invite him. There we go. Bro Gaming is saying, I tried to train with my brother, but my brother does not know anything about peace. Yeah, well, you've got to take it easy when you're doing training. And the big thing about StarCraft 2 is you've got to take it just bit by bit. Okay, just little tiny, teeny little chunks. And if you try and bite off more than you can chew, you're just going to get sick of the game. So you really need to apply a measured approach to this game and just get one thing right, practice that, and then move on to the next advanced thing. Get that right, and so on and so on and so on. Tiny little chunks. Tiny little chunks. And Gar is saying, yeah, it's my favourite map in StarCraft. Yeah, it's one of my favourites as well. Just a disclaimer before we go any further, guys. Remember, I am not a pro player. I am not an expert by any imaginative means. I am learning as well, okay? I am learning to play StarCraft, and I'm just sharing my learning experiences. So I will be making mistakes, and I am absolutely no authority on the subject. But I tell you what, the guy I've been learning from has been teaching me very, very well, and it makes it a lot more accessible. So that's what this is all about. If you're an expert StarCraft player, honestly, you shouldn't be here for the StarCraft. You should just be here for the conversation, because you're going to get very bored very quickly, and it's going to be very frustrating for you because you're going to want to do stuff that we just don't know about. So with all that out of the way, most importantly, Doc, have you chosen your color that you want to be? Most important decision.
Oh, yes, I have.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, so you're bright red. Is that what it is? So you're going to be an alarm to me?
That's right.
All right, sounds good. Anime is saying, I just read through your info thing. Why do you mainly play female characters? If you're asking that, you don't belong here. I do the same thing. Good stuff, anime. Because people who say, oh, you're a boy, why are you playing a girl? It's like, you just don't get it. Go away, basically. Sambo, maybe I could play against you in this live stream. Bro, great gaming. I'm not sure if there'll be time in this live stream. It's probably going to only be the one game. But I will be streaming this lots throughout the week. And so if you're around, you know I always love playing with our chat room and with the community. So don't be put off if we don't play with you today. Absolutely. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start the game in a second, Doc, and if you don't mind, what we're going to do pretty much is we're going to stick to a specific build, and this is very important. What we're going to do, and I mean, you'll be able to do it with me as we talk through it, but we're going to obviously go into the game. We're going to have a whole bunch of SCVs that are going to start mining. Definitely want you to build some supply and some barracks. You can build a few barracks. The thing is, of course, as you probably know, if we want to build marauders, we're going to have to mine gas. Now, for today's exercise, I don't want to do that. Now, I know that's probably very frustrating, but it couldn't be any easier, right, Doc? I mean, basically, in we go. We'll start building barracks. We'll start cranking out a few marines, maybe some reapers as well. That's about it. We'll get to that point, or rather move our minions near to the center of the map, and we're going to start interacting with each other. And the goal of today is actually all about unit control in micro and using things like patrol, stop, halt, pause, go, all those sort of things. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to learn about scouting. Okay, so scouting is a very, very, very important part of StarCraft. And by the way, Gar's saying this is going to be really funny. Yes, it is. Anything I try to do seriously is funny. Tell me about it, because I do everything so wrong. But so yes, bro, we're definitely explaining the base of StarCraft, the very, very base. See you in a minute, Harvest. The very, very basics. And remember, most of the people who are watching my shows here don't play StarCraft or have just picked it up and they've got the demo version. So the other thing that we're going to do, Doc, apart from that, again, please don't send waves of Marines into my base to kill me just yet, although I know you could easily in a heartbeat. You're probably a much better player than me. But what we are going to do is we're going to scout each other, and we're going to learn how to do that, because it's a very, very important part of the gameplay. And it's going to be quite early on, but I'll talk us through that. I'm sure you already know what I'm talking about, but try and stick with my slow pace if you don't mind. And that means we will be able to scout each other's base, but there'll be no combat there. So there we go. All right, well, Doc, again, thank you very much for putting up with this, because I know it's terribly painful when you just want to leap into a game. Are you ready to help us teach some folk some very basic StarCraft 2?
Yes, I am.
Thank you very much, and I'm sure everyone on the Twitch is going to say thanks to you as well for being so patient. Let's start this game up. And if you guys are coming in new, we've had 2 more episodes in this series. They're up on my YouTube channel. Go watch them there, because this will assume knowledge from those shows. So they cover things like setting control groups, and just to recap, we've got our armies on 1, 2, 3, we've got our production buildings on 4, and we've got our command centers on 5. They're the big lessons that we learned last time. Do you stick with those control groups, Doc?
I actually hardly play the game.
Ah, there we go. All right.
But I do recall that.
Yep, good boy. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my command center, and I'm going to hit Control 5. There we go. And so that's set to hotkey number 5, which means no matter where I am on the map, if I scroll around here, you can see, it doesn't matter. I double tap 5, and I get right back to my command center. Now what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to go to the options menu, which is F10. I'm going to make sure that I've got my, where is it? Controls. I need to confine the mouse cursor, because it's going out of my window. Let's just make sure that's, there we go, that's better. All right, now don't forget to, if you wish to pause a game, you can't in multiplayer. If I hit F10, it's going on in the background, okay? If I hit pause break.
Game paused.
There we go. Now, did that pause for you, Doc?
Yes, it did.
It did. So we're just going to leave that pause to 1 second. There we go. Anime is saying, Doc, I'm so sorry for you having to go over the basics. They feel sorry for you, Doc. I know you're being very patient. You probably know all about this. Bro Gaming is saying, I've just come for the commentary because I had Wings of Liberty and Heroes of the Storm, Heart of the Swarm for quite a long time. Good stuff. Hello, Thurvin. Hello to you. Nice to see you. Let me say hi. Great stuff. Wait, instead of watching anime, I should watch Doctor Who. Oh, I like that. Today's tutorial, scouting and micromanagement. It is indeed, Ashley. That's exactly what is going on. Now, interesting point here that we've come across, because you know, Doc, when we've done it in the past, we're able to pause as much as we like because we've been playing against the AI. But let's say we're in a real game like we are. We're with you, we're with a human player, and I urgently need to go for a wee-wee. Right? Because it happens, right, Doc? I'm sure it's happened to you. When I pause the game, you get paused as well, and that's because it's only fair. Have a guess, based on what you're reading there, Doc, how many pauses are allowed in a single game of StarCraft 2?
I'm going to say, with what's showing there, I'm going to say 3.
Exactly right. So
as the upper limit.
Yep, 2 remaining. And in fact, I'm going to unpause by hitting my pause break key on my keyboard, which is above page up and page down.
Game resumed.
And you can hear it says game resumed. Would you mind pausing as well, so we can see what it looks like from our perspective, if you don't mind? Now, it will depend on your keyboard, Doc. I don't know if you've actually got a pause break key, but it's normally near the print screen key. If you are lost... Actually, are you playing on a laptop or a normal keyboard?
Laptop. The only thing I see there is backspace or delete.
Yeah, okay. You won't actually be able to pause it then, I don't think. Hang on, let me see if you hit F10. Oh, yes. Now, if you hit F10, have you got your function keys? If you hit F10, you'll see there's a pause option in that menu. If you can bring up F10. Sometimes... Oh, there we go. There we go. Doc Sun paused the game, 2 remaining. So as you can see, it's actually 3 pauses each. So the game can be actually paused in total 6 times if you're playing against other people. So just do know that. By the way, let's say hello to, who's that? Matty. Hi, Matty. Nice to see you there. Thanks for coming along and joining us. Panic pauses to extend inevitable doom. Oh, damn. Doc, he's figured me out. He figured me out. He figures that if I ask you to pause, then it's going to extend the value of this stream because you'll kick my rear otherwise. No, that's not what's happening. We've made an agreement not to attack each other. All right, if you don't mind unpausing, good sir, then we shall get on with the instructions. A quick recap. Going to double tap 5 to get us back to our base. There we go. I'm going to hit S twice, because S twice builds 2 SCVs. And remember, folks, you always want to have at least 2 SCVs building at your command center. Now, because we've been sitting here, we've been building up a steady reserve of minerals. So we're lucky. We can already start building some stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select one of my SCVs. I'm going to hit B for build, and then I'm going to hit S, which is this, for supply depot. I'm not going to click on the command cards. Get out of the habit of clicking, guys. I'm going to hit S, and now I can move my mouse, and anywhere I like, I can just drop a supply. Now, Doc, I'm going to assume that you can hear me and that you're going to follow along and do exactly the same as me, if that's okay. I hope, anyway.
It's fine.
Yep, great stuff. All right, so I've built 1 supply. I'm going to actually be cheeky, and I'm going to tap my 5 key, and I'm going to hit S twice, which means I'm building another 2 SCVs. Now, the other thing we want to make sure is that the command center rally point is set inside the mineral field, and by doing that we select the command center and right click on the mineral field, and that means, of course, that any new SCVs that are being built are automatically going to go and mine minerals, which is exactly what we want. Now, if you're like me, Doc, you will have an SCV sitting around doing nothing because it will have already built a supply. Is that what you've got happening? Like, I've literally got one just sitting there doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I got a couple doing that right now.
Yeah, exactly. Now, that is the worst possible thing you could do. And by the way, Thurvin, what's your opinion of Advanced Warfare? I love it. I can't stop playing it, Thurvin. It's amazing. I've got it on the PS4. All right, so I don't know if you know, but what I did was I went and changed a shortcut key. Its default is F1, so it may be F1 for you, Doc. For me, it's the tilde key on my number pad, but notice just on the top left of the mini-map, you should have a little icon with a little SCV, and it's probably glowing green with either 1 or 2 in it, and it's called Idle Worker if you hover over it. Do you see where I'm talking about? The very, very top left of the mini-map. There's a little button above it. Can you see that?
That I don't.
Yeah, it's tough. All right, now let me see. I don't know if have you got the timer enabled on your mini map. So is there a countdown timer? Because some people don't have that either.
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. So what we'll do is, if you look at the square of your mini map, which of course is in the bottom left corner of the game, there are two little icons at the top of the mini map, and maybe my streams, I don't know if you're watching the stream, it might catch up. One of them, if you hover over it, says idle worker. The other one says select army units. So don't know if you can see them.
Okay, yeah, I see those.
Right. Now, is that F1 for you? Is F1 your idle worker? It probably is.
It is.
Right, okay, so F1's default, mine's tilt. But what I need you to do is keep an eye on that, because if you've got an idle worker, and of course we're playing way slow, folks, way slow. If you've got an idle worker, that is very bad, because he should be working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit tilde. You will hit F1 though, Doc. That will select my idle worker. I'm going to go BS, and that means I'm going to build another supply. Off he goes. And if that ever turns green, that button, you know you've got to assign him to do something. Never let him sit there being idle. I'm going to double tap 5 again to select my command center. I'm going to hit S twice to build 2 more SCVs, so I can build up my SCVs. Now, we're not going to worry about the Vespene geyser. We're not going to build any gas today. All right, there we go. Structure complete. I'm going to select my idle SCV by selecting my tilde, my idle worker. Doc would hit F1, and I'm going to go BS again. So I've just built 3 supply units. And if you're wondering what supply is, don't forget that it is how many rooms are in your house. Okay, so you need to build more rooms in your house in order to build a nice big army. Now, how many supply have you got already built, Doc?
I've got 3 with 1 more going.
Okay, if you don't mind, I'm just going to build 1 more, and if you can stop it there, that'd be great. So we'll have the same thing. Now, see, I'm lucky here. I was able to ask Doc literally how many supply he had. Now, were we playing in a real game, Doc, what are the chances of me knowing what you're doing right now? I mean, I can't see you. I don't know what you're doing. What are the odds that I know that you had 4 supply up already?
You wouldn't unless you sent a unit to scope me out.
Absolutely. So that's what we've got to do at a very early stage, is try and scout around the map, not only to find whereabouts you are, because you could be in any of the remaining 3 corners of this map, okay? Also to see what you are building, so that I can see exactly what I need to do to counter you, because what if you're going and building 6 barracks? Then I know you're going to swarm me with Marines. What if I can see that you've built a geyser, a refinery over gas here? I know that you're going to be going for things like marauders. I need to know as early as possible where you are and what you're doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my idle Marine firstly, and then I'm going to say BB, which is build a barracks, and I'm going to just build a barracks in the center of my base. Now, have you already started building barracks? Probably not. I'm not sure. What have you done, Doc?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Okay, so I'm going to get a couple as well. In fact, I'm just going to get another SCV to build another one here. So I'm going to have the same as Doc. So there we go. I'm also going to make sure that I've got 2 more SCVs in training at all times, as we know. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're now going to learn about scouting once I've got these barracks built. Now, before we go any further, of course, on 5, double tap 5, we've got the command center. What we need to do is we need to assign our production units. In this case, we've got 2 barracks. I can click on them there. We're going to assign them to control group number 4. So I'm going to click on one, hold down shift and click the other one, so they're both selected, and then hit control 4. Now, if I go 5, you can see I've got my command center selected. I can hit S twice. That is going to make some SCVs. If I double tap on 4, Doc, can you guess which units are going to be selected? Or which structures? If I double tap 4.
The barracks.
Yep, so if I double tap 4, there we go, the 2 barracks are selected. If I right click on the ground now near the entrance to my base, you can see it set the rally point for them both. Not only that, now if I start tapping A a lot, and that's exactly what we're going to do, I'm going to do A, until I can't do it anymore. This is a bad way of doing it, but just to show you guys, I am now building Marines and I haven't had to click on anything. Okay, I'm going to select my idle SCV and I'm going to get it to build more supply. I'm going to select my other idle SCV and I'm going to get it to build another barracks. And here we go, you can see here are my little Marines. That is my army. And by the way, I can change the color of that so we can see my color is orange. Or if I like, I can change the game so that it's me green, enemy red. It's up to you. If I make these units orange, you can see them against the background a lot easier. So maybe we'll do that. I don't know, maybe we'll keep them green. No, we'll make them orange. There we go. Alright, so I've got a third barracks building. I'm going to tap 4 to get my other barracks. I'm going to hold shift and click the new barracks and then hit control 4 again, because that now is adding it to my 4 group, if you know what I mean. So if I double tap 4, all 3 are selected and I can just keep spamming A to build Marines. And in fact, the new one is going to build Marines as well. So I'm now building 3 Marines at a time, if that makes sense. So far, Doc, here's where we stand. We have got on 5 the command center, which we can just tap S every now and then to build more SCVs to collect minerals. Nice and easy. No, Thurvin, Doc shouldn't begin to attack me. Not at all. If I
remember the payment.
Remember the payment, that's right. If I double tap 4, Doc, tell me, what do I select if I double tap 4 on my keyboard?
That would be the barracks.
There we go. And how many are you building at once? How many barracks have you got up?
I just have 2.
Okay, I've got 3. Okay, but so feel free to add a third one if you like. And I am very, very bad. And Bro Gaming is saying, Doc, sneak attack, go now. I'm very bad because I've got 2 SCVs doing nothing. I'm going to go and send them back to create minerals, to go and fetch minerals. That's what I'm going to do. So I've got all my SCVs working and I've got myself a little mini army here. That'll do for now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select my little mini army. In fact, they're still building. Good Lord, how many more have we got? Okay, one more round. We'll just wait for them to finish. Thurvin is saying, Doc, I don't know what this payment is, but go attack Sambo. Trust me, the payment is worth it. It's at least 4 internet points. There we go. All right, so
wait, what?
Yep, I know, at very least 4 internet points. I know, it's an incredible payment, isn't it? What we're going to do is, Doc, you should have a nice little army of Marines massed at the front of your base. Is that right? Because I certainly have.
That's right.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to lasso all of those and hit Control 1. And 10 internet points, Doc, if you can tell me what happens if I double tap 1.
Your units will be selected.
That's right. That's my first army. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to put them down the front, just the very front, don't go too far, just down the very front of my base. So they're sitting just at the entrance down on the ground at the front of my base. What I'm going to do is I'm going to double tap 4. I don't even have to move my screen. Double tap 4 and I'm going to hit A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And what that means is in 2 waves, I'm going to build 6 more Marines and you'll see them appear very, very shortly. And I'm going to make them army number 2. Now, this is where it gets super scientific and really, really, really hard, Doc. If I want to make them army number 2 so I can control them separately to army number 1, what control group do you think I should put them on? And you've got 10 seconds to answer. Here we go. Tick, 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 tick.
2.
Yeah, of course. There we go. And yes, Thurvin, we haven't covered bunkers yet, but we will in a future stream. Don't worry about that. So there we go. I've got my second tiny, teeny little army of 6, and I'm going to select all them and hit Control 2. Now, Thurvin, what we're doing here is we're not learning advanced things. We're learning about how to control the game without using the mouse and how to control the game very quickly. Not the pace and not the build order at all, nor setting up defenses. So here we go. Double tap 1, and guess what? I can right-click on the ground, and my big army moves around. Whee! There he goes. Double tap 2. There's my other army, which I'm going to bring down to out the front of my base as well. Now, what I haven't done yet, Doc, is figured out where you are at this point, and I don't want to sacrifice any of my army, not my main Marines. So I need to scout you. Okay, I definitely need to scout you. And there's two ways of doing that. And this is an important fact, guys. So here we go, covering scouting now. Most people do it early on with an SCV. Now you can also do it with a Reaper. And if you select one of your barracks, you can see here, Train Reaper. Now, if you select your barracks dock, so it is selected, and in your command card you'll see R is Train a Reaper, but if you hover over that you'll see that there's a number in red there and it says 50. Now, do you have any idea why we've got a red number in the tooltip when we hover over Train Reaper?
Yes, that would be the gas, which we're not collecting, so we are a little short.
That's exactly right. So in fact, we cannot build Reapers at all. And we're deliberately not going to today. And a lot of people go and do that, by the way. And a safe bet for a scout, because they're fast enough, is one of our little SCVs. So we're going to grab one that's mining, and we're going to bring him out into the middle of our base just by right-clicking. So he's all separate out here. Here he is. Hello, Mr. Single SCV, and guess what, Doc? I'm going to assign him to Control 0. So he is now on Control Group 0 on my keyboard, and this is a pretty standard thing that people do. Now, by the way, folks, the timing of this is all wrong. It is totally all wrong, because we would normally do this at the very beginning of the game once we've got a few SCVs up and running. But today, we're doing it now, just because we covered off what we covered in the last episodes. Now, without thinking too much about it, Doc, I mean, what is an easy way to scout the map, do you think? Now that we've got this little SCV, what do you reckon we should do?
Mineral field depleted.
I would say click on the map to move them to that area.
Exactly right. But the mistake that people make is that they right click. So what I'm going to get you to do is just move your, like, I don't know where you are, and that's what we're going to find out very soon, but wherever you are, can you right click on the map with your little SCV selected, and just right click to a base that's on your side of the map, you know, probably as far away from me as possible. So in other words, scout the base next to you. And of course the base, folks, is, you can see these blue crystal lines here on the mini map. That means that there's probably going to be, you know, somewhere you could set up a command center. So I'm going to right click for me on the bottom left of the map, and off goes my little scout. Now I don't have to look at him, because if you look on my mini-map, you'll see it slowly, the fog of war is opening up, and you can see him just there. You can see him moving around. Now, hopefully you're doing the same, Doc. We're not actually going and following him. We're still looking at our main base, but we've looked at the actual mini-map and seen that it's opened up the fog of war, and my SCV has arrived at its destination. Did that happen to you?
Yes, it did.
Okay, cool. That is no good. That is completely useless, because what happens now is that we have to go find that SCV. We can do it quickly by double tapping 0, but he's just sitting there doing nothing. If I do that and then manually send him to the next base, that's a waste of time, because I should be back at, and I'm going to click double tap 5, I should be back here managing my production at this point. So what we do with the scout is something different. So we're going to be painful. I'm going to tap 0, and I'm going to right click in my base to bring him home. Okay, and I'm going to show you the right way that we do this in just a minute, because there's a much easier way that we can send our little scout around to find people without us having to do anything. So is your scout back in your base, Doc? He should be back by now, I'd imagine.
Hey, he's on the way.
He's on the way. Okay, cool. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to practice something here. And with your little new scout selected, which should be able to do by tapping 0, what we're going to do is we're going to hold down the shift key, and then we're going to right click on the ground next to him, and then we're going to right click somewhere else, and then somewhere else, and then somewhere else. We're going to do that about 4 or 5 times in a circle, and look what happens, guys. I'm going to zoom in. Can you see what's happened? Now I'm going to do that again, because some people get confused by this. Normal moving a unit is right click on the ground. There we go, right click, just normal movement. If I hold shift and do it, I'm literally setting up waypoints. So I'm going to go shift, here we go, and then right click, 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 and you'll see there's a little green line joining them all. He is going to follow all of those waypoints automatically. Now, does that totally make sense to you, Doc? And can you see the little waypoints that you're adding and he passes through them systematically?
Yes, I can.
Okay, beautiful. So what we do is we apply that to the mini-map. So I am now going to show you guys how to scout the entire map, and we're going to find Doc, and he's going to find us as well, without leaving the comfort of our base, and by just doing some shift right clicking. But before I do that, I'm going to take a swig of tea because I'm losing my voice. Hang on. There we go. Hey there, Flaha. Good to see you in the chat, by the way. Thanks for coming along and joining us. Hi, Flaha. Hello, hello. Here we go. All right, so what we're going to do, Doc, is we're going to make sure we double tap 0. So we've got our little scout. We're going to hold down shift, most important thing, and I'm going to right click basically in each of the 4 corners of the map systematically. So I'm going to go right click with shift held down, right click over there, right click up the top, right click there, right click there, and then right click back in my base. Now, you will see hopefully this little dot on my mini map, and I hope you can see that on the stream, folks. I'm losing my voice. You can see that the fog of war is opening up, and my little green dot is making his way around the map. I'm still in my base though. So there you go. You can see he's gone and scouted out that base. He's then off to the next waypoint. He's going to open up this entire map without me having to do a damn thing. And look at that! Look at that!
SCVs are under attack.
My SCV is under attack. I'm going to hit spacebar. That tells me, look at that, he's been destroyed. That tells me, oh look at this, the game will end in 3 minutes unless any player gathers resources, reaches an upgrade, produces a unit, constructs a building, or destroys an enemy building. That's all right, we will be gathering, so that's okay. I'm going to go and make sure, because I've mined out my minerals, I'm just going to send them down here to get some more minerals, because the game thinks we've timed out. So, did you manage to scout me out at all? Did you find me with your little scout, Doc?
No, but I know I was close.
Okay. Well, I was killed right here, and you can't tell where that is, but I know that right there is where I was killed. So what I'm going to do, folks, is I am going to now teach a little bit of micro, and we're going to figure out how we get to find, there we go, the game will now resume normally, how we send our units out, and how we go and control them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double tap on 1, and I'm just going to start moving my units up in the map towards where I think Doc is, but I'm not going to go exactly to him. And with my other little army unit, I'm going to go the other way on the map just by right clicking, and we're going to sort of end up over here somewhere. Double tap 1 again. And there we are, my army is sitting over there, double tap 2, and my army is sitting over here. Now at some point Doc and I are probably going to clash in the middle somewhere, I'd imagine, and this is where we're going to learn about controls for the actual groups. Now there we go, I can see, there we go, there's the SCV, so I'm just going to move out of the way because they're automatically attacking you, so I don't want to do that. So I just saw your SCVs there, by the way. So if you see me, I want you to pull back as well. Now, whereabouts, let me see, I'm just going to come close to your base, and I'm just going to get close until our units start attacking. Oh, and there you are, I can see you now. Okay, so if you'd like to stay right where you are, Doc, I'm going to come near to you, if that's okay. And
all right.
There we go, just going to make sure my guys aren't attacking yours. There we go. Alright, so I saw where you were, and I'm on my way over to you now, hopefully. There we go. Come on. Away we go. Now, of course, if I'd researched some stuff, I would be able to make my Marines move a lot faster than this. But you can see I've opened up the whole map now. So I'm going to come down. Now, while we get close to Doc, and again, if I get too close, I'm going to pull back so I don't automatically attack you. We will auto-attack once we get in line of sight of each other. So we don't want to do that. So there you go. Alright, oops, can you see me now? Probably see me about now.
Yep, I can see you.
There we go. Okay. Whoa, we'll pull back. Whoopsie. There we go. All right. Now, what you want to do to stop that from happening, this is about how we learn how to micro. Can you see in your command card, if you've got your little guys selected, there's a whole bunch of controls over on the command card. One of them is move, one of them is stop, one of them is hold position, and one of them is patrol. And these are really, really interesting. Thurvan, by the way, is saying, Sambo, I'd like you to picture a fleet of 10 battleships and large numbers of Banshees and Vikings flying to your base. No! Don't say that. It's giving me a heart attack. Oh my God. Don't say that. Jeez. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at these. So do you see those little commands on the command card with your army selected there, by the way, Doc? You should. It says move.
Yes, I do.
Yep, okay, so we're going to read these out. So I'll start. Move. M. Orders the selected units to move to the target area or follow the target unit. Moving units will not engage enemies. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to have your unit selected, hit M, and then click somewhere near me. Okay, and then you can walk right past me if you like. Keep walking, keep walking, keep going, yep. Now notice what happened. I'm going to move out of the way. Notice something. Now I know you've only got 2 left, but that's okay. Your guys did not attack me, did they? They absolutely did not.
No, they didn't.
No, and you would think to yourself, why on earth would I not want to attack anyone? That's ridiculous. There we go. Well, sometimes you don't want to aggravate and you don't want to give away your position. So you move silently your units around. That's what that's for. Now, unfortunately for you, my guys were set to just normal, which means they'll automatically attack. So can I ask you to read out what stop says?
It says orders selected units to cancel all orders and stop moving.
Correct. So here is what I'm going to do. With my unit selected, I'm going to hit S. And I would like you now to hit M to move so your guys don't attack me. And come close. And let's see what happens. Oh! Hey, what are they doing? They were meant to stop. S. What? You naughty, horrible little thing. Why aren't they stopped? Stop there. Stop. Stop. That's all right. Have you got more units you can bring up? Because I'm going to come close to your base. That's weird.
I do.
Yeah, okay, sorry. So I'm going to come down the left side of the map, in case that matters. I'm very sorry. That was hilarious. I don't know why they didn't stop. There we go. S for stop. And I'm going to tell these guys to stop as well. So technically speaking, if they stop moving and cancel all orders, they should be just sitting there doing nothing, which again is something you want to do, as opposed to hold, which means that it orders the selected units to stay where they are but attack enemies that are within range. So they won't chase enemies down or they won't move to engage either. But the thing is that they will attack if you walk past, and that's not what we want. So I'm trying to stop them here. All right, so where are your enemies? Are you near your base? Because I can come close to your base if you're around.
I am going close to where you're at, that
oh yeah, there we go.
Field.
Yep, good stuff. All right, now why are they... Oh, stop. There we go, stop. I don't know why these guys aren't stopping. S, stop. That should... maybe the game's changed. Let's see if I hit hold. Okay, now what happened? No, he's still attacking. Right, I'm going to use my small army this time, by the way, Doc. So I'm going to get close and hit S for stop. Why are they still attacking you? I have no idea why that is. Oh, well, I'm just going to go M instead. Let's try M. Here we go. M for move over here. And hopefully... There we go. All right, so I'm guessing that M is the only thing I can do to make them completely stop. And they're still shooting you. I have no idea what's going on. Maybe because the game thinks we're... That's hilarious. By the way, Harvest is saying, I'm going to head to bed, so I'm not getting bugged to sleep because of work tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy your weekend. I'd say don't die too much, Sambo. But if you're getting to the fighting each other part of the game, Doc might win most of that. Oh, I think so. I really, really do think so. Doc will definitely win it. What I want to know is why the game's not working. I don't know if it's because it's all lagged out and stuff, but what we're meant to be doing is not shooting Doc. I'm terribly sorry, by the way, Doc. It's not some deliberate ploy for me to wipe out your army secretly. It absolutely isn't. Because you can see here, stop. Orders selected units to cancel all orders and stop moving. So if I've got them moving and I hit... Here we go. Go over here towards your harvesters and then hit S. Why are they... Look, I have no idea. Maybe Ashley can help us out. I'm going to move again. If I hit M there we go. M, move. They're still shooting your little guys. I have no idea why that is, unless the game has bugged out or something, which I highly doubt. That is strange. Thurvan is saying it wants to see Sambo fight and have the ground map of this saturated with blood and salt. Yeah, I think that's what it wants to do. That's bizarre. Well, it's just not showing us anything that we want to learn today, and I have no idea. So I'm going to hit S, I'm going to hit move, and I'm going to hit S, and that should just stop them dead in their tracks. And I have no idea why it's not doing that. But that's okay. That's all right. Doc is sacrificing in the name of learning. There's another, we'll get back to that in a minute. There's one other thing I want to teach you guys, and that is patrolling, and that is very, very handy. And I'm going to use this small little group here. And what patrolling does is it patrols between, well, actually, Doc, if you don't mind, would you be able to read out what patrol does? And I'm going to move these guys out of the way. I keep killing your SCVs completely accidentally. I am very sorry. Tell them to stop and hold. There we go. So if you've got your little army selected and you hover over P for patrol, what does that say?
It says, orders selected units to patrol between their current position and the target areas. Units will attack enemies and move to engage nearby enemies.
Exactly. So this is really fantastic, because what it means is that we can set up units to cover quite a lot of ground between where they are now and where you place a point on the map. So for example, with my units selected, I'm just going to move them over here a little bit. Here we go. I'm going to hit P for patrol, and then I'm going to click over here. And you should be able to see very faintly some little blue lines in between these points. And watch what happens when they reach that point. There they go. They just turn around and come back. And they will forever patrol between those 2 points. Now, I don't know if you've had a chance to test that out with any of your units, but it's fairly easy to set up. And here's my big army. We can do the same thing. And I'm going to hit P, and I'm going to get them to patrol between where I am now and over there. And what that means is you can leave a few, there we go, there's some units. You can leave a few units patrolling around the map, and you can get really good coverage without having to micromanage them. Okay, so you can see here I've got them moving around. Anyone that comes near me, they're going to attack automatically, which is just fantastic. Now, Ashley has gone to the Team Liquid website and given us the wiki. Thank you, Ashley. Stop command. The unit will stop what it's currently doing and stand idle until further notice. When an enemy is in range or attacks them, they will either flee or fight back. Wow! Okay, well, I did not know that. I thought they did absolutely nothing. So that explains why, when they're stopped, that they will actually attack anyone that gets near. So there you go. I learned something. Told you guys I was still learning. I was under the understanding that they actually completely stop. Well, if that's the case, then what is the hold, Ashley? Are you able to paste in what it says about hold? Because with this one, they will stay where they are, attack enemies that are within range, but they won't chase down the enemies, which is really, really cool. See, these guys here are automatically chasing down Docs, SCVs. There they go. Look at that. They're chasing right up into the ramp, in fact, all on their own. Now, I bet you if I set these to hold, so I'm going to select Command Group 1, I'm going to go clicking back here, I'm going to say hold. There we go. You can see they've completely stopped, and they won't, hopefully, chase enemies down. Okay, here we go. Ashley, thank you very much. The unit will remain stationary until further notice. It will attack enemy units if they're in range, but it won't chase after them, nor will they move when they attack. So let's move closer to Doc's SCVs. And again, sorry, Doc, you're going to sacrifice a couple of SCVs here. There we go. Holding. Oh, yep. So you came in. There you go. Now, if you come in close to me, you'll see that I won't chase you back. I will attack you, but I'm holding. There we go. So good example. There's some good micro there from Doc, by the way. Well done. Now, if I move these and then put them on a stop, let's see what happens. So we're going to go stop. There we go. Now, if you come close, I'd imagine that they will chase you because I'm stopped rather than held. Oh, he didn't last too long. Sorry about that.
It was only an SUV.
It was only a SUV. Actually, let me get rid of these guys because they're too big. I will go get a smaller group, which is my number 2 army. There we go. They've been patrolling. So this will be a little bit more fair. Let's come over here to where Doc's army was. And I'm going to make them stop rather than hold. So here we go. So stop. There we are. All right. Would you like to get in range with me and then run away? And let's see what happens this time. So this is stop mode, folks. And I can see your 3 little Marines there. So if you could send them down. Hello, Augie, by the way. Nice to see you. Now, are you in stop mode or... No, there we go. Here they come. All right, now run away. And it looks like they are... Yep, look at that. Away. He's chasing. So he is chasing you. And you killed me. Well done. So that's stop mode. They chase. Hold mode. They don't. So that's very interesting. So there's the difference. So that is the difference. And by the way, again, move. Remember, if I hit M and then click, I'm going to come into your base, and my guys should not attack you. There we go. So I'm just moving. Don't worry. Don't freak out. I'm not going to attack. But I am taking all this damage because I'm just hitting M and then moving. So of course this would never happen in real life because I would be dead by now. But with moving, my guys are resisting the urge to attack. Now that can be very handy with a scout, because some scouts you don't actually want them to engage. So you can imagine how powerful this will get if I shift M. And I'm going to do that now. Shift M, M, shift, shift, shift. M there, shift M there, shift M there, and then shift M there. You can see that's going to automatically make them move along all of these waypoints without attacking and without giving away their position as much as if they would automatically race off and auto attack. Did that make any sense, Doc?
Yes, it did.
So, you know, it can start getting fairly complex fairly quickly. So there we go. Now the only other command that's not in the card is attack move, and that is A. So I can go A and then click on the ground. And what that means is that anything at its destination or along the way, it will attack. So A, click, A, click. And this is where you can combine A with shift click. So I'm going to actually go shift, A, click, holding down shift, A, click, A, click, A, click. And you can see that it's red. And sorry about your sacrifice there, but you can see the big red lines on the ground. That is attack moving all around the map. If it comes across anything, it's going to attack with deadly force. Absolutely deadly force. As opposed to moving, which is like M or Shift M. Again, Shift M will set up waypoints. And we can set this like this. There we go. They are all doing that all by themselves now with Shift M. And if I change that to Shift A, Shift A, Shift A, Shift A, and let's go into your base, Doc, by the way. I'm going to go right into the center of your base. It's going to follow the waypoint. And again, while I'm doing this, I could be over here doing stuff in my main base. But if I double tap, here we go. We're going to follow these units. They are going to automatically attack Doc. There we go, because I set them automatically to attack to a waypoint. And there they go. And when they reach their waypoint, they are now just going to start attacking Doc's base. Now I'm going to make them stop so that Doc doesn't lose his base. So that is why micro is very important. And the other thing that you would have seen Doc and I doing is a little dance. And here comes the Marines. So I'm going to split off 2 Marines to make this fair, Doc, by the way. So it's 2 versus 2. And I'm going to put them on Command Group 1. I'm going to grab these ones and put them on Command Group 2. Move them out of the way. Here we go. So microing, folks, is when you're right-clicking. See you later, Anime. See you later, Thurvin. Good to see you. Right-clicking on the ground to very, very, very precisely move your unit. So you can see up there, there's some units of Docs. I'm going to get close enough and then pull back very quickly. And this is how, so I've pulled one out into the open, and now it's 2v1, so theoretically I should win that match. And that's what you call microing. So if I grab another one, we'll grab, say, 3. We'll give ourselves a little party of 3 here on my control group 1. We're going to right-click in here, and I'm going to just sneak around the edges here by manually right-clicking. This is what microing is. So I'm controlling my units with very, very specific right-clicks. So you get what we're doing here, Doc? We're just dipping our toe in the water just to have a look and then pull back very quickly. Now I could do this with a scout as well. So I can see, for example, there we go, over there, pull back, there we go. And this is where things like stop and hold come in handy as well. I'm going to hit stop or hold. Or, of course, move. If I want to move around here without attacking, I'm just going to hit M. But here we go. Here's some units. I need to get back very, very quickly because I've just... Yep, there we go. You can see Doc has pulled back as well. And I've automatically decided that this is a fight I can't win, so I'm going to pull back real quick before Doc gets me. That is called microing. Okay, now if I'm stupid, I'll just go head on in here and try and attack him. and of course I lose instantly because I only had 2 units. Now let's go grab my remaining army, which is over here on control group number 2, and let's see if we actually can have a fight with Doc, and we'll see who wins. I've got 6 units, half of them are damaged Doc, so let's see what happens. He's got 4 full units. Oh no, he's got 6 units. Oh, and so I'm going to try and dip in, pull out. Ooh. And I'm going to try and pull one out. There we go. Pulled one from the pack. Got him. And this is a good way to practice micro, folks. See if I can just get that front line one. Pull back very quickly. You can see his health has gone down there. If I zoom in, might help a bit. Oh, got to get out of the way. Oh no, this is bad news. I think Doc is going to win this encounter. Oh, I'm nearly dead. Oh, there we go, and Doc wins with 2 Marines. So you can see though, Doc, it's a good way of practicing micro, isn't it? Like just trying to get those units under your control. So what we've learnt today, folks, obviously is building our base. We've got the command center on double tap 5, of course, and that should be mining minerals and building SCVs. We've got double tap 4, we had our production facilities. At the moment, they were just barracks, and of course we tap A or R to build Marines or Reapers. We then assign a scout, normally an SCV, to control group 0, and we send that off around the map here to scout out what Doc was doing. We then build our couple of armies and assign them to control group 1 and 2, send them out onto the map and try and actually win. Now, that is the end of the lesson for today. What I want to know, Doc, is you may or may not be up for this, okay, and you will probably win, but would you like to trial an actual game with the following rules? No gas, any units. So in other words, basically what we've just done. Would you like a real game? It's up to you. You don't have to agree, because if not, we'll play against the AI. But you're welcome to play with, or rather against me in this case, if you so wish. What do you think?
I think I need a little more practice.
A little more practice, no problem at all. What we can do is you and I can play against the AI together. So would you be up for that? Just very easy. Sure. AI. Okay, so let's surrender here. And Doc son, you were victorious. GG, well done.
Woohoo!
Saberchan is saying, what league is this guy? I'm in league. I'm not in a league at all. I don't even play. LEAGUE. Below bad. There we go, Saber. So we're StarCraft noobs here. Hello, Tiger Hawk. I don't know if I'd let Sambo try to teach me. He might be setting me up for defeat. Yeah, that's true, actually. That's very, very true. Okay, now, someone else said they'd like to join us with the game. Augie, you'll play? All right, are you logged in? I'm just going to invite Doc to a party. Let's invite to party. There we go. Who else is logged in here? If you've got a StarCraft 2 account and you're on my friends list, tell me now, because you can join us and we'll go 3 versus 3 against the AI. So there we go. That's right, Augie. Absolutely right. Totally. We are wood or wet cardboard lead. That is absolutely right. Too funny. Alright, so who else is in StarCraft 2 here? I can't see anyone else logged in. Yep, you sure can play without us, but I don't see anyone logged in, and we're running low on time, so it might just have to be me and Doc. But don't worry, folks, because we'll be playing and streaming lots more throughout the week. So there we go. And if you guys want to add me to your friends list, you can see there's a command called !battle tag, although I think my friends list is free, is full at the moment, unfortunately. Sorry, it's 100 limit. Hi Cam, how's it going? Whoopsie, I can't type today. There we go. Have I played Warlords of Draenor yet? You better believe it, I sure have. Now, Doc, are you happy to just play on the same map? Because it'll be you and me down one end, and... Oh, actually, no, we won't be able to play on the same map, I don't think. It might let us. I'm not sure. Let's see. I don't think it will, because it's 2-player. I think we have to play 4-player, actually, come to think of it. So what we'll do is we will play, let's see, Metropolis. Let's have a look at this one. I can't remember what this is. Oh, yeah, Metropolis is kind of like Command and Conquer. Or we've got the Shakaras Plateau, map info. I think we'll play Metropolis. There we go. So we'll create this as a party. How do you join my friends list? You type !battle tag in the Twitch chat. and that'll give you my battle tag. So there we go. Alright, here we go, entering the lobby. And here we are. So it is going to be Seraphis, me, and Doc. And we're going to add a couple of AI. And we're going to make them, just for the purposes of this, Doc, we're going to make them very easy. And would you like to make them, should we make them Terran as well? Or would you like them to be Zerg or Protoss? What do you think, Doc? I'll leave that choice up to you.
Earth all the way.
Earth all the way. It is Terran. So here we go, 2 versus 2. And we've got a couple of observers. Hello there. We've got Dark Zerglin and we've got Ashley as well. A big hello to you guys. Hello, hello. All right, so they can spectate. So no pressure, by the way. No pressure at all, Doc. We've got 2 people spectating us. Oh my God. Oh dear, oh dear. So this is going to be very interesting. Here we go. We are off. The game is starting. Now, just so you know, Doc, if you've never played a 2v2, it'll either be you and I at the top of the map in separate corners, or you and I at the bottom of the map in separate corners, and the enemy will of course be in the opposing end of the play field, just so you know. So that's how it works out. Here we go. Oh, Ashley has left the lobby. We've got an empty spectator slot there, folks, if you would like to spectate this match. So here we go, a actual match on Metropolis. Seraphis and Doc Terran versus very easy AI 1 and very easy AI 2 on on Terran as well. Ashley is saying good luck to us. Indeed, we're going to need all the luck we can get, even though we're playing against very easy. So Doc, I've got you back. I've got you back. And I think
would you remind moving your hand from back, please?
Hey, you weren't meant to tell people that. Here we go. We're going to go control, and we're going to go control 5. We're going to start creating a couple of SCVs. Doc, I'd imagine that you are, is that you? Yep, okay, so you can see we're at the 12 o'clock and the 3 o'clock positions on the map. Can you see me up the top?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good stuff. I'm going to build supply. We're going to make sure we've got a couple of SCVs once my minerals come back. Come on. Now remember, no, let's not build any gas. We're just going to try and amass an army full of Marines, pretty much. That's about it. So we don't have to worry too much about anything else. So there's Doc down there. And by the way, we're going to say good luck, have fun. There we go. Double tap my 5. There we go. Build another SCV, and I'm going to build.
Not enough minerals.
Build a barracks when I've got enough.
Not enough minerals.
Minerals. Come on, need 150. There we go. And I'm going to build my barracks near the ramp. Now the ramp on this is, where is it? Down there. So we're going to build over here. There we go. Now, don't forget, Doc, to try and have at least 1, if not 2, SCVs being built at your command center at all times. And don't forget that you need to keep ahead on your supply. So there we go. Arietti is saying, I didn't know you could spectate. You sure can. You sure can indeed. Just remember all the tutorials, that's right. Now we're going to take our barracks and we're going to go control 4 and assign that to control group number 4. We're going to make sure that we're always building at least 1 SCV. Once my SCV has finished building the barracks, I'm going to get it to build another supply, because I need houses for my little folk and need to keep building SCVs. Always double tap 5 and make sure that you're always training an SCV. There we go. SCV is free. We're going to get it to build a supply over here. Alright, now I've got my barracks. I'm going to right click at the ramp on my base to say that Marines spawn there, and I'm going to build 5 Marines. There we go. They are being built right now. I'm going to double tap 5 to build, to go to my command center. I'm going to hit S twice if possible. There we go. Good lad. I'm going to wait for my currently building SCV to finish and build another supply. So I've got 3 supplies on the go now. There we go. I'm going to double tap 5 and hit S again, so I've got another SCV building. I've currently got 12 out of 24. I'm going to double tap 4 and make sure that my barracks are producing Marines. There's 2 slots free, so I'm going to hit A twice more. Always make sure that my barracks are producing Marines constantly. Double tap 5, hit S just as that SCV finishes. I've got a SCV which is free. I'm going to tell it to build another barracks. And I'm going to build it near my other one. There we go. I'm going to tap 5 once, hit S once. I'm going to tap 4 once, hit A once to make sure that its queue is full. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to tap 4, I'm going to hold shift, and I'm going to select my new barracks that's being built even though it's not finished, and I'm going to hit Control 4. Ta-da! I've now got 2 barracks on 4. I'm going to right click on the ground so both rally points are at the main gate. I'm going to tap 5 and I'm going to hit S twice because it's not building any SCVs. Naughty me. I'm going to wait until this other barracks has finished building, and if we double tap 4 you'll see there it's nearly done. I'm going to keep hitting A as much as I can so that we're building up an army. And there we go, my second barracks is up, so I'm going to spam A. I'm going to select my unit, my SCV, and here comes, there we go, there's the AI scouting. The AI has scouted me out. Now I don't know if the AI is scouting you either, but it is definitely, it knows what we're up to, so it's doing a good thing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make sure that we've got lots and lots of Marines being built. I'm going to take my little SCV and I'm going to do some scouting. I'm going to hit, oh look at that, he's scouting big time. So I'm going to hit shift and right click, shift, right click, shift, right click, and then shift right click. So my scout is off. I don't have to worry about him anymore. Double tap 4, spam A, so I've got lots of Marines being built. Double tap 5, hit S twice so that I've got SCVs being built. I'm going to grab one of these SCVs, I'm going to build supply. I'm going to build more supply. I'm going to grab another SCV and I'm going to BB. Build another barracks. So I've got 3. I'm going to hit spacebar and I have found, I think I've found the enemy base. He is over here. So I can ping the map. Doc, I'm going to ping the map. The mini-map is now pinging. That's where one of the enemy bases is, just so you know. Did you see that ping on the mini-map?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and there he goes. All right, so there we go. All right, good stuff. We're going to double tap 5, make sure I've got SCVs being built. I'm going to select this one and build more supply. So far, so good. Team Sambo, I can feel the nervousness and excitement in our voice. There we go. Good night, Guff. Good to see you. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap 4 and I'm going to go shift and click my new barracks and control 4 to add it in. Right click on the ground. I've got myself a nice little army here. I'm going to control group 1 and bring them out the front. I now have an army. There we go. I also now, if I double tap 4, am creating a second army. I'm spamming A. And there we go. Double tap 5, make sure I've got another SCV or 2 working. I've got a idle SCV. I'm going to build yet another supply. And in fact, I'm going to grab another one, another idle SCV, and build another supply as well. Alright, so I don't know about you, Doc, but I've got one army ready and another being built. How are you placed? In fact, I can come over and have a look at you, actually. There we go. Yes, so you can see Doc has got an army at the front gate. Great stuff. And he is building his 3rd barracks. I'd imagine, Doc, that you are about to start building your secondary army. Would that be right?
Yes.
Okay, good stuff. I'm going to put 2 more SCVs on there. We're going to double tap 4 and... oh, look at that. They still keep coming out, all these guys. I'm going to spam more A, and there we go. I'm going to let my second army build up. Now what I'm going to do, this is unusual, but I'm going to double tap 1, which is my army. I'm going to bring my units over near yours here. Okay, so I'm just going to bring them down to the front of your base. So don't panic, it's just me. And in the meantime, you can see I've got a couple of idle SCVs, so I'm going to set them to... actually, I'm going to set one of them to build some more supply. There we go. Alright, so if we go over here, we can see... there we go. Can you see my army that is amassed at your front gate there, Doc? Next to yours?
Yes, I can.
Good stuff. Alright, I'm going to go double tap 4 and just see how I'm going with my secondary army. There's about 2 more cycles to go until I've built that up. And I should need, in fact I'm probably going to need another supply. Are you keeping an eye on your supply, by the way, Doc? Because as you can probably tell, when you're spamming lots of Marines out, your free slots, your rooms, your number of rooms that you got available, they get used up very quickly, don't they? Like I'm 66 of 75.
Yeah, they do.
They sure do. So you got to make sure you're constantly building supply, folks, or else you're just going to become what is called supply blocked, and that is no good. All right, now I've got enough units built here Yep, I have. There we go. I'm going to set my idle SCVs back to mining minerals. Away they go. I've got enough units here to make army number 2. So I'm going to select them and hit control group 2. And I'm going to bring them down near my other army around here somewhere. So there we go. I'll bring them down to here so that Doc feels secure and safe. So we've got his army and 2 of mine. Now, a good practice, guys, if we go back, double tap 4, is I've got enough resources. I'm going to start spamming a 3rd army, but I don't have to worry about them yet. So I'm just going to go A. A is building Marines. Okay, A, all the way. There we go. The queue is full. That is going to give me a whole bunch of Marines just sitting there. And you can see that scout coming again. And look at that. The scout is in my base. The AI is in my base having a good old look around. Now, he can't do much damage, but you can see him wandering around there. Let's grab these guys and actually attack. I'm going to do some micro. I'm going to bring my little army that's sitting in my base here over here and try and get him. Here he is over here. So I'm going to attack move. I'm just hitting A and then left clicking. And we'll take him down. There we go. But in the meantime, of course, because I've got a whole bunch of Marines being built back at my base, I can leave that now quite safely and then start coming back over here and micromanaging our army, knowing that back at base I've got reserves being built. Okay, so that's quite important. So you need to do the same as well, Doc. All right, double tap number 1. This is my number 1 army moving around. Doc, are you ready to make an assault? And I'm going to ping on the map over here.
Certainly, or just about.
Just about. Okay, you can see Doc has got 2 armies. There's 1, there's 2. I'm just going to move my armies a little bit forward, just over here near the statue. That's army number 1. I'm going to double tap army number 2 and right click over here as well, so we can start advancing. There we go. They've got air up. Look out. Yeah, they do have air. There we go. Sambo's, try your best to rush them and fight them before they can muster up forces. If you don't do that, your Marines will drop like flies. I think we've left it too long and our Marines will drop like flies, but that's okay. It's all learning, because if we die horribly here, what it will show us is that you can't spend too much time building up a massive army, because in the meantime, of course, Doc, we're deliberately limiting our technology. But guess what? Guess who isn't limiting their technology? The enemy. They will have been building air units and all sorts of stuff. So let's just start advancing, if you don't mind. And we'll get ourselves into the center, perhaps.
By the numbers, boys.
Here we come. And don't forget, though, back at home, we are building another army. So I'm going to spam that. I'm going to make that control group 3 and put it down there. Just keep guard. And I've got more Marines being trained as we speak. Here comes Doc. Here we go. All right, let's try this. Let's start storming their base. So let's get ourselves into position, which will be around about here somewhere. And I need to go back home and build some supply depots. You can hear there that I've blocked myself, so I'm just going to get 3 SCVs building supply. And then we're going to double tap 1 and go back to our armies. Now, where's Doc? There's Doc. Alright, do you want to come down a little bit now, Doc? We're going to head over this direction. You can see where I'm pinging on the map there. And we're just going to come down and find their ramp, which is down south a little bit. Now, because we've left it so long, by the way, Doc, we're going to have to make a combined concerted Zerg rush. So I need you to come right down where I am. I'm just going to go back home and get my idle SCVs back on the minerals.
Go ahead.
There we go. And you can see we've got our 3rd army down here that is amassing. So I'm actually going to bring that across as well, because I think we might need it. Going to double tap 4 and I'm going to get lots and lots of Marines spamming out again. More backups. Alright, so here we go. This is my 3rd army coming down. So Doc, are you ready for this? Because, as Bro Gaming says, if they've got their air up, we're going to get shredded. And here we go. Let's go in. They've got Banshees. Are you ready to make a charge?
On the way.
Okay, here we go. And we've got a massive Zerg going in here. We're going to attack their secondary base. You can see they've gone out to their natural. Myself and Doc, look at this. We are swamping them. Here we go. And Bro is right, they don't have that many of forces. Hopefully they don't. We are swarming them something chronic. Woo! Alright, we have completely wiped out that part of their base. I think it's time for us to head up the ramp into their main base. Now, if this was another player that we were playing against, by the way, we would be totally screwed now because they would have all sorts of units out. But you can see they've got air up, so we're going to take down their air. And I'm just going to click A, so we're going to hit A and attack move into the base. And here we go. Woohoo! Alright, wish us luck, folks. It is the SamboNZ Army indeed, Cousin Charlie. How are you finding this, Doc? What do you reckon? Do you reckon we're going to pull this off? Woo!
Oh, of course.
So just click A and then click at the back of their base. So tap A on your keyboard, left click at the back of their base, and that will send your armies in. Away they go. Oh, and they've sent in the Marauders down there as well. Here we go, taking down all of their buildings. Woohoo! You would absolutely fail if there was another player there in. Absolutely we would. This is not us trying to play against another player. This is just us learning about build orders and stuff like that. So let's bring all of these down now. Of course, the problem that we've got here is that we haven't beaten them. And the problem is that they've started another base down here, so we need to come down and get rid of that. Plus, they may have actually snuck in another base somewhere else, Doc. We don't know that. We have no idea. So what we've got to do is we've got to scout around now and see if we can find something. Because I bet you that they've been sneaky and they've gone down south or they've gone up to the northwest. So let's have a bit of a sneak around and see what we can find. Now I'm going to split up my arm. Oh, look at this! We found ourselves another base, the big sneaks! Look at that. We'll ping on the map. So all this while they were quietly producing more units down here. And of course, the great thing, and no, we don't want to accept a surrender. This is of course what we should have been doing ourselves. The AI is saying GG. That's right, it is all over pretty much for the AI. And we will learn that in our next tutorial, which is how to set up a ancillary base, a secondary base, so that we too can have contingency plans when everything goes to poop. And look at that, they've even got a fourth base, Doc. Can you believe it? And of course that's because there are
not for longer.
two AI. Yep, Teal has 3 bases. It is such a pretty sight, says Tigerhawk Rosebud. It is when we're on the winning team, that's for sure. In we go, just using attack move there, by the way. There we go, attack move once again. And just make sure we've got all of our armies. There we go. And into the 4th one here, or actually into the 5th base in total. We're going to pull these guys all the way down the back.
Our allies are being attacked.
Bring them into the center and we'll attack move. Wow, they've got a very strong force there set up. And of course, don't forget folks, that we also have back at home another army which I'm going to attack move and send down there as well, just in case. You never know. Come on, down you come. And I've got a funny feeling that they're still somewhere else. Where are they, Doc? So they've got another base somewhere. Wow. Somewhere else they've got another base. Where on earth would that be? Well, I guess there's just one way to find out. And that is, in fact, here comes one of their enemies now. Oh, here comes some forces. No, that's our guys. And look at that, they started another one down here. Good lord, they're sneaky sneaks, aren't they? Wow.
Say that again.
Good lord. Okay, well, looks like they're coming from this way, so I reckon they might have a base about here. And in fact, look at that, they've built one right in the center of the map. Can you believe that? That is unbelievable. They just keep sneaking around. So funny. Where are you going? Got little army units wandering around. And there we go. GG. Yay us. We took them out finally. That AI was hanging on for grim life. And thank you very much, Bro Gaming. They were indeed in the middle. GG. Well done, Doc. This is awesome. Let's go have a look at the score screen. So there we go, folks. All of our tutelage coming to a 4 there. Now, of course, if we were playing in a real match, we would have got schwacked. But look at that. All that juicy, gorgeous XP there. So I'm going to be level 19 very, very soon. Did you get a whole bunch of XP for that match?
Just a short of 8.5 thou.
Oh, not too bad at all. That's good. You can see the first Terran win of the day bonus and play with a friend bonus, which is 25% XP as well, which is fantastic. So I'm really, really happy. And of course, all of this is available as a replay as well. So we can always go in and watch that and observe it, and we can look at what the enemy was doing, see what was going on. And that's a great feature of StarCraft 2, by the way, that you can always do that and go and analyze your game. We won't analyze this one because it was awful, but you can analyze your game and see where you could have done better, and that's a major part of learning how to play StarCraft 2. We go to the performance tab here. Here we go, Seraphis and DocSun. You can see DocSun actually did a lot better than me for a lot of things. We created about the same amount of workers, and our actions per minute very high, not at 25 and 10. There we go. You're welcome now. Go against me, says Bro Gaming. No, thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Tiger, Ashley, Kim, and Arietti. We did pretty good for a couple of noobs, if you ask me. There's our score summary. Of course, we've got all of our units, and this is the interesting one here. This is our build order, and you can see there that Doc decided to throw down supply depots very quickly. Then he did his barracks. I went supply depot, then barracks, and got that out earlier than he did. And of course, there's no right or wrong way of doing this. Okay, absolutely not. It all depends how you like to play. And of course, that's the beauty of StarCraft 2, is how you build. This is the build that you use determines how you play the game, and of course whether or not you win or lose. And of course, scouting very early and figuring out what the enemy is doing is a huge part of that, because it could change what you do depending on what you see. So again, if you want to watch the replay, we can watch that replay together as a party, both Doc and myself at the same time, and we can view the enemy point of view. We can do a whole bunch of stuff. It's really cool, actually. Or of course, any time later we can load replays and go and look at that at any time, because the game automatically saves all of the replays, which is great. Thank you, Cousin Charlie. And then finally here, you can see we've got a whole bunch of graphs. You can see your army value, you can see your resource collection rate there for all players, the upgrade spending, and workers active. And of course, upgrade spending was nil because we didn't do any at all. But there we go, folks. That is it. We are done. That's the end of this live stream. We learned how to do a whole bunch of stuff in this one. We learned how to micro, we learned how to control our units, and of course we also learned about making armies. Making all of our armies, and of course then we put all of that to work in an actual game, which was a ton of fun. So I'd like to thank everyone who watched us in the stream in the Twitch channel. Thank you very much for all of your advice and all the rest of it. If you're a pro player, I do apologise, because that would have been horribly painful for you. But most of all, of course, I would like to thank Doc. Thank you very much. I hope you learnt something, and most importantly, Doc, I hope you had a bunch of fun.
Oh, I did learn a few things, and yes, extremely fun.
Excellent. All right, that's what we like to hear, because of course at the end of the day that's what it is all about. All right, folks, well, I'll be streaming much later my time today. It'll be a wind down stream for me. If you're playing Warlords of Draenor, have a great time in Warcraft. Whatever you do, I certainly hope you guys are having a great time wherever you are in the world. We do look forward to seeing you next time. We will see you then, and bye bye.